Tip from Christine Panlaki. The first step towards getting unrequited love is to accept the fact that the other person can never love you back. And it's not because there's something wrong with you, you just can't choose the people you love. Mabuti nang malaman ito para di ka naaasa. Okay? Tip from Angelina Sparks Canapi. I love the way you wrote, Christine, that there's nothing wrong with you. Kaya lang, we do choose the people we love as much as they choose us to love them. Pero ayun nga, I guess awareness and discernment is important. But hell, it's tough when you're in there. A tip from Vincent A. De Jesus. There was a time I only fell for guys who will never love me back. Maybe I just wanted a make-believe relationship because the real one scared me to death. But now it's very different. I'm much older and I've come to love who I am. It was only when I embraced who I really was that people saw me as lovable. To which Miles Canapi adds, yes, in my craziness, nobody would, in quotes, take me home to settle with. So on and on with the men I somehow felt I wouldn't stay with. Charles Nang says that the only way is to redirect feelings to some hobby or someone else. There are many fish in the sea, to which Dr. Holmes adds, or if galit ka, hindi lang fish in the sea, pero many pigs in the pig pen. At kung talaga kang galit, pwede mo ring sabihin, and there are many politicians in the Senate. Lalo na kung anti-RH ka, pero hindi sila ganito. Joke only, ha? Okay, then the last tip I would like to share with you is actually something from Eric Fromm, okay? And he was a psychoanalyst way back in the 1950s. And what he said is that we have to remember that love is a skill. It is not a product. It is just like a painter who says, well, I cannot paint my masterpiece because I haven't found the perfect still life. It doesn't depend on the still life. It depends if you are an artist and have the skill. It is the same as loving. Do you have the skill to love? Because if you have the skill to love, and as we know, practice makes perfect, then yes, it may hurt if you have unrequited love, but that skill is there. It is not that an unrequited love will break you apart. Or at least it shouldn't. Kasi product lang naman yan eh. Hindi yan yung proseso. Hindi yan yung skill of not only loving, but how to get over someone who doesn't love you back. How to be sure that your self-worth, your sense of who you are, is not damaged irreparably just because one person that you chose to love didn't have the good taste to love you. Okay? And then, to quote one other person who would like to remain anonymous, they say, looking back, I can say that loving is in itself a blessing. Whether the object of our love reciprocates or not, the act of loving makes better persons out of us. Maybe it's time for us to realize that to love is an end in itself rather than thinking of it as a means to have the person we love. If they feel the same way for us, then that indeed is a beautiful experience. But if they don't, that doesn't make our love any less real. Correct ka dyan. And finally, I would like to quote Lala Miranda, who asked when unrequited love happens, bakit ako? Now, this question, bakit ako, is the same question that is asked when a person has cancer or when a person gets into an accident and loses a limb. And we ask that question because it hurts so much and you don't see rhyme or reason, you know, as to why it happened to you. Why did you choose this person? Lovable ka naman, cute ka naman. You laugh at all his jokes. You look so cute at napakabango when you know you're going to see him. No? And so, what we do is we do our best and we feel so rejected and ask why there is no rhyme or reason for this. But this is the way life is. If I may quote my favorite president, and don't the Republicans hate me, I hope, who said, Barack Obama says, don't let your failures define you. Rather, let them spur you on to something better or greater. Okay, this is all that we have for today. Our next episode is all about friends with benefits. Send me your questions on Facebook, tweet using the hashtag AskMargie, or send an email to askmargie@rappler.com. See you next week.